A man shot in broad daylight's recovering tonight, but the shooter is still on the loose. It happened near the corner of Granville and Van Raalte on Grand Rapids southwest side. 24-hour News 8's Heather Walker talked to the man who came to the victim's rescue and captured it on camera.
This area may look familiar. It's the same place of other shootings. Right next door is the Roosevelt Bar, which actually shut down earlier this year because it was so dangerous. And neighbors here say they're sick of this violence. Before we show you this video, I want to warn you, it is graphic and you may want to look away.
I'm sorry.
In this video, you can see the victim laying on the ground seconds after he's been shot. His friend trying to help him stop the bleeding.
I'm feeling so much pain.
Minutes later, an ambulance shows up and takes him to the hospital.
You know, like some pop rocks, really loud pop rocks, you know, it ain't like, you know, fireworks or nothing, but.
Brian Oxford is the man behind the camera. He was painting inside his house when he heard two guys arguing. He says the next thing he knew, a gun was drawn from a car window and the driver began shooting. He says he heard at least 7 shots.
Oh, the guy was just trying to run, but the car kept circling him, and he couldn't get out of the circle, you know, because the car can make a bigger circle than the guy could run out of, you know what I mean?
He immediately called 911 and ran down to help. The shooter drove off. Brian says he wants this violence to stop. Last month, police were here with a helicopter looking for a violent man on the run. 2 months before, 4 people were shot in the Roosevelt Bar down the street. And today, this.
Obviously, he didn't have a gun on him, you know, he's trying to get away from a guy who does. You know what I mean? Like, this is 5 or 6 o'clock. My kids could have been out here playing if it wasn't raining. It's just crazy, you know, like, it's broad daylight out here, you know what I mean? And the guy ain't caught yet.
The only suspect description we have is a white vehicle. Police do have a vague description for the driver, but they're not releasing that. In Grand Rapids, Heather Walker, 24-hour News 8.